want you to take a note of this important date, the 26th of September 2020. On that day, the Coronavirus Act 2020 will be in place for 6 months, which means it has to be reviewed in the House of Commons for 7 days.
Coronavirus Bill, second reading.
Mr. Speaker, coronavirus is the most serious public health emergency that has faced the world in a century. And to defeat it, we are proposing extraordinary measures of the kind never seen before in peacetime.
This is the act that was rushed through back in March 2020 and forced the current restrictions and lockdowns in an unequivocally blundering response to the COVID-19 pandemic. We have started a petition to ask the government to stop all current restrictions under the Coronavirus Act. The continuation of this bill is considered an act of aggression towards the British people, and here are some of the consequences of the continuation of the Act. Crashing the UK economy, causing more than 2 million people to lose their employment and multiple businesses to collapse. Creating an unprecedented mental health and domestic violence crisis by forcing people to stay at home. Suicides as a consequence have reached a huge spike in numbers. A severe period of missed education through the closure of schools. Predictions of over 50,000 cancer-related deaths due to the cancelled screenings and treatments. Excess deaths from heart attacks, strokes and other serious diseases, where people have been too scared to seek treatment at accident and emergency departments in hospitals through the fear of catching COVID-19. GPs seeing their urgent referrals not taking place due to hospitals disproportionately diverting all attention on COVID-19 to the detriment of all other life-saving treatments. These are not just numbers, they are our families, friends, and the community. What is happening now is nothing short of genocide. It is clear that all these restrictions are to do with more than public health.
Given that this bill gives unprecedented powers to the state to enforce isolation on people who've committed no crime, for the first time in our history, will the Secretary of State reassure the House that this House will be fully involved in renewing this once this crisis is over and there won't be any drift in this matter?
Crucially, the legislation is time limited for 2 years, and the measures can each be switched on and off individually as necessary. And as an additional safeguard, we've brought forward an amendment to give this House the opportunity to confirm that the powers are still required every 6 months.
Could the timing of the recent increased testing be to drive the numbers up close to the 6-month review date in order to have an excuse to extend the Coronavirus Act further? If you feel that this act needs to be stopped, write to your local Member of Parliament. We have template letters on our website. Also sign the petition and share it widely. You have no idea how bad the censorship is right now, so we all need to work much harder at sharing information. We need at least 100,000 signatures for this to be discussed at Parliament. Let's send them a very clear message. They plan well, I'll give them that. But historically, they always underestimate the biggest variable: the human spirit.